Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Sin salawat patubiyarab. How y'all doing out there today? Um, my people, I'm not you know, I could be, I could tell you to call me Sheikh Abu Dhabi, but I am a holy man, alhamdulillah. But I never claim to lecture or be someone that others should listen to, or a scholar, or excuse me, anything. But I am a Muslim at this point, who a Muslim man who strives in a way to be a good Muslim and make sure people are educated on what a Muslim is and uh, what it is a Muslim is his whole purpose and what he's doing, what him or her is doing, whether man, woman, my brothers, sisters, hijabis, the whole ummah is it doesn't matter, black, white, and that's a whole nother book, a subject for as our races and you know, uh, you know, basically it's a lot of division in people, period, and you don't have to be whatever your way of life or your religion is. There is more than likely division within your congregation and those who would be prone to listen to someone else over just a regular person. So you don't have to be an imam or be a sheikh or be one of these brothers and sisters that do lectures. You know, I look at a lot of lectures. Mutif, Mutif Mink is one knowledgeable brother. D. Dot, you know what I'm saying? Imam D. Dot or Professor D. Dot uh, uh, is another good one. It's a lot. It's a lot of brothers, man. There's a lot of sisters too that they do lectures, and these are people that you go to, whether it's on YouTube personally, or if you're blessed with being able to know these people, then you have people. But my point being is, I'm doing a lot of rambling. My point is that we all, as Muslims, are in the same spot. We all have to help each other and educate those who do not know. You understand? It's There's believing Muslims, and then there's just Muslims. There's believing Christians, and then there's Christians. They're believing, anything Buddhism and all of that. That's a whole nother book too. We don't worship false idols, false gods or idols or anything like that. The whole point is La ilaha illallah, and wa sallallahu Muhammad al Rasulullah, that there is one God, and that we know that Muhammad, peace be upon him, alayhi wasallam, was the messenger. So my point being that is Israel, Imeen, I have a page, I have a channel that anyone can tune into, and what it is, it's just real everyday life with my family, my Zoja, my children. Uh, uh, we're all Muslims striving to be better, and um, it doesn't make us better, greater, or worse. It is what it is. It's like uh, people. I run into a lot of conversation to where when people do find out, it's not hard to tell. May understand or know that you're Muslim. They It's a lot of division within that. So um, you have to watch people affiliating Muslims with the wrong thing. So and that's not all their fault. It's TV. It's bad examples and extremists. You know, for the longest, I remember after 9/11, for the longest, It was hard to be a Muslim and just walk around with the freedom of being a walk around with no judgment. Everybody was to judge a Muslim, especially Muslim men. We're womanizers. We are uh, men who are very controlling. We like our women barefoot and pregnant. That is not true. That is not true. We like our women just as productive as we are. We like real Muslims. They want their women to be uh, just as knowledgeable and have just as much substance as they do. So I know in my family and my marriage, my wife is Muslim, my children are Muslim, and we all are provided the same substance. Now, I mean, you got people, anything that involves people, people get things at their pace. So whereas I might understand something that my wife don't understand, or she may understand something that I don't. What grounds us is that we're Muslims and we're striving for the same thing. We are all here to learn. We are all here to give into the same impulses for as love and these are the feelings that you should embrace: love and kindness and awareness and empathy and these things, not jealousy and hate and judgment and these are not things that we get off into, holding your nose or your head up because you're at a certain status or anything like that. Then let me bring light to that. We are all in the same boat. Some are at the front of the boat though, and some are at the back, and some are at the middle. We're all on the same boat, in the same boat. And you can choose to jump off and swim at will. That is a self decision. It's all about decisions because Allah controls everything. Allah is all. He is what it is. It is because He says it is, and it be because He said it be, and it will because He wills it. So at the end of the day, we human beings, we do not control anything. What we do control is the choices that we choose. And once we choose them, the route has been chose. We do not control what is on the table, what is on the road. We only control if we go down it or not. So you can always go down a road that you didn't know about and make a mistake and learn that you make mistakes in hell, and that is you learning. And if you're afraid to learn, you're afraid to move. If you're afraid to fail, you are also afraid to move. Because you will fail, but you will learn from your failures, which makes you successful if you apply them to your life. So, just briefly, like I say, I rambled. I just wanted to make you understand that my name is Imeen. I have a page on YouTube, a channel on YouTube. It is Imeen channel. You can tune into it. It's just me and my family on an everyday basis as Muslims, just regular people, living life, trying to stay afloat and trying to make sure that God is first, period, and that our will is to do His will. So it's just everyday life I would enjoy if people tuned in. Leaving me a message or leaving me a comment. Everything is accepted. If you disagree with anything that I talk about, these are things that if you have questions about Muslims, especially Muslims in America, feel free to elaborate, ask, and be ready to receive. Because I have this channel for my children for document and to spread awareness as much as I can and do my part because my father used to tell me, son, nobody in the world or nothing in the world or the world don't owe you. It is, in fact, it is you who owe the world. And I understand. R.I.P. May he rest in peace. That my father, like I said, my father taught me plenty, and I've been very fortunate to have walked on different waves of life, and at 41, I feel blessed to be a Muslim. I feel blessed to uh, know that I am Israel. I mean, one who submits his will to do God's will, Muslim, and one who may wrestle with the law, but will be subdued by Allah, because I know that God rules me. And I feel very fortunate to know this. Uh, I feel that it is my responsibility to have things like a channel that people can tune on and meet Israel, I mean, and my family, and also discuss things that you may have questions to that maybe someone else wouldn't answer, or have the patience to converse with you over your not knows. And I think uh, 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 ignorance is a disease at this point, to where it's a lot of people's walking around thinking that they know, but they don't, and they spreading it. So I think it's good to spread the right thing. There's nothing wrong with spreading the right thing. That's what we're supposed to do: share the right things, eliminate the bad things, and it's on the person to figure out what that is in their life. Uh, Once again, I'm Israel Imeen. Stay tuned. Uh, if nothing else, just check out the channel, and you learn something. Maybe something is funny. My kids are never dull. They are regular little girls, sweet, off the wall little girls with a big imagination. So they, if nothing else, will entertain you. But as we go through clips and clips and clips, you will run into real life things, real things that really matter, and that's my whole point to the Israel Imeen channel. Just to spread awareness and show people that Muslims are not robots. We're not crazy people. We're not violent people who have to invite pain and agony and want people to suffer, and nothing like that. Muslim is not that. Muslim is one who submits his will to do God's will, whatever that may be. Okay, so that's first and foremost. If you did not know, that is something that you could take with you from this video and keep it, because it is fact that is what a Muslim is: one who submits his will to do Allah's will. God. Allah is God in Arabic. It's just another language. God means Allah means God, and God is God. So there is no other God, and that is the main focus. So be careful who you associate with God. Be careful who be careful to what you put before God, and just think about it in everyday life. What do you put before God? And once you become aware, at that point it's easier to try to change things. I appreciate the time. Check out Israel Imeen channel at YouTube. How you doing? As the time goes on, there will be more and more clips that you may be able to relate to. And if, like I said, if nothing else, you will be entertained. So, assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. Patu biyarab sin salawat. I mean.